Hello everyone. I hope your preparation is going fine. So guys, coffee with concept. Let me welcome to the India's most comprehensive preparation platform for all competitive exams, BYJU'S Exam Prep. So in today's coffee with concept, what is the concept we are going to learn? Chalo. Today's concept is a very interesting concept, that is how sectors are addressed in disks. Guys, we all using laptops, computers, mobiles, today's smart TVs. We know all these devices are having memory. But in that memory, do you know what is the smallest unit of data? Of course, everybody say bit. And when bits are grouped, byte. Very good. But in the hard disk, dear friends, not every bit is having unique ID, nor every byte having unique ID. Then what will have unique ID? By the way, what is that unique ID? In memory, to identify anything, what the memory understand? Address. So what each will have unique address? Sectors. What is a sector? I think you all might have heard what is a sector, but do you know how these sectors will be addressed? Whenever you try to access a song, whenever you try to open a document, when you open a browser, when you open calculator, when you open PDF, how actually these are getting opened? Where all these are in memory. In the memory means how they are occupied, how this data is occupied in the memory, how it is in the memory, in the form of sectors, in the form of sectors. So when you are accessing any program, any process, any data, these sectors should be accessed. If sector should be accessed, it should be accessed with its address. So how its address is? Today we are going to learn that. I am Satya. I am having 15 plus years of teaching experience, and I am qualified in GATE, UGC NET, SET. I am welcoming you for this coffee with concept. So let us understand the concept of sector addressing in disks today. Okay guys, chalo. We know whenever we say hard disk, this is how you see the hard disk, right? The SSD. Whenever you open this case, this metallic, today we are getting fiber or plastic case hard disks, portable hard disks, whatever you say. Whenever you open this case, inside the hard disk, how the inner view of the hard disk you see? This is how you see the inner view. The same, this particular hard disk, if you unwrap, if you unseal, if you open the outer case, inner view of the hard disk would be like this. So you can see here, you find this circular. You can find this circle, no? Everybody? This circle. This is what we call as platter. Platter. Sir, do we have single platter in the disk? Never. No disk will have single platter. Then multiple platters will be there. How these multiple platters are arranged? One over the other. One over the other. Where? See this central location. This central location where all the platters are mounted. This is what we call as spindle. What? Spindle. And if you see, this platter is attached with some sharp object. You can see that. This is what you call as read write head, because through this sectors are written, sectors are accessed, read from the disk. That's why we call it as read write head. Where this is attached? This read write head is attached to read write axis, you can say, or arm, you can say, or actuator, we say. This is what you can see, this assembly, this assembly you will call it as actuator, this one, right? So how many platters we are having? Multiple platters, and every platter can be recorded on the top, on the bottom. So every platter is having how many surfaces? 2 recording surfaces. Every platter is having how many surfaces? 2 recording surfaces, top and bottom. Okay, so you can see now multiple platters are mounted one over the other. You can see here multiple platters clearly, you can see here, dear friends. This one, this is one platter, this is another platter, this is another platter, this is another platter. And one interesting thing you observe, are we having single head for all the platters? No. You see, every surface is having its own read write head. So this is very important point. So in the disks, each surface has its own or dedicated read write head. For every surface you are having head. Platter is having 2 surfaces, top bottom. So every platter will have 2 heads, top bottom. You can see with this arrangement you can clearly understand, right? Now every surface, any surface of the disk is partitioned into tracks. You see here in this image you can clearly see tracks. This one, this one, this one. These are all called what? Circles, tracks. And every track is again partitioned into sector. In this image you can see this sectors. So this partition, this area, you can call it as sector. What is the single sector size? One sector is equal to 512 bytes. So the default size of one sector is half kilobyte. So in the disks, every half kilobyte, every 512 bytes will have unique address. Okay, it's not for every data one address or every byte one address. Every sector will have one address. That means every 512 bytes together single address. Okay, so before we understand what that address is, how it would be, you can see for every track there is a sector. This is called track sector, and all track sectors, one sector from every track, this is what you call it as disk sector. Disk sector. Okay, now let us understand what is the concept of cylinder. You can see here we are having multiple surfaces. Assume top, bottom, top, bottom. And you can see these dots. These are what? Sectors. And you can see these red colored circles, tracks. Now, what is cylinder? All first track, innermost track, all innermost track together, means one track, one track, one track, one track from every surface. Which track? Same diameter. So, on the top surface, if it is the first track, on every surface it is the first track. Such all tracks together, what you call it as? Cylinder. Cylinder. Similarly, all second tracks together, second cylinder. All last tracks you see, that is one cylinder. Okay? Okay? So how many cylinders we totally will have? Number of cylinders will be equal to number of tracks per surface, because from every surface one track is what contributed for the cylinder. So total how many cylinders means how many tracks on the surface, those many cylinders, right? Now you can see all outer tracks together is outer cylinder, or middle tracks together middle cylinder, all inner tracks together inner cylinder. So how many tracks we have, those many cylinders we will have, right? Now you can see how the sectors are aligned on these tracks of every surface. You can see the numbering, guys. Let us suppose I am assuming one track is having 4 sectors. Let us suppose, just for easy understanding. So here the 4 tracks are numbered from 0. Any numbering start with 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Where? On the top surface, first track, innermost track. The numbering continued where? You please observe. Not on the very next track. On the next surface, first track, the numbering continued. Can you see this? 4, 5, 6, 7. The next track, the next numbering continue on the next surface, same track. Continues on the next surface, same track, 12, 13, 14, 15. Like this, once all surfaces that particular track filled, then second track or the next track filling from top surface will start. You understood how the alignment is? Now, how the address would be finally. Remember, any sector address is represented with 3 parameters C, H, S, where C means cylinder number, H means head number, S means sector number. S means sector number. For example, I would like to give the address for sector 17 here. It is in which cylinder? You see here, I have taken two tracks on every surface. Two tracks on every surface, isn't it? So this is going to be cylinder 0. This is going to be cylinder 1. And this is the surface 0, surface 1, surface 2, surface 3. So now 17 address would be what? It is on which cylinder? Outer cylinder. Its number is 1. On which surface? Surface 0. Now what is S here? On this cylinder, on this surface, it is which sector? See how many tracks, how many sectors we have on this track? 16, 17, 18, 19, 4. So in these 4, what would be this 17th sector numbering? In these 4, 0, 1, 2, 3. 17th sector number would be 1. So it is 1, 0, 1. Similarly, what would be the sector address for 22? It is on cylinder 1, outer cylinder, surface number 1, on this surface, on this cylinder, it is 20, 21, 22, 23. 0, 1, 2, 3. So 22 number would be 2. Right? And in the same way, I would like to find out the address for sector 11. What would be its address? It is in which cylinder? Innermost. So 0. And on which surface? Surface number 2. In that 8, 9, 10, 11. 0, 1, 2, 3. So 11 would be third number 3. The sector number would be 3. Finally, guys, let us suppose I am looking for, let us say, this one, address of sector 15. So how I would write? It is in cylinder 0, surface 3, on that the 12, 13, 14, 15. 12, 13, 14, 15. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So it is sector number 3. Got it? So how the sectors are addressed? With CHS, cylinder number, surface number, or head number, or sector number. I think this small concept is clear in this short, quick session. I believe the concept of sector addressing is clear for you. So enjoy your coffee with concept. We keep learning the concepts like this. Keep learning, keep growing. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next concept with coffee. Thank you guys. Stay tuned to BYJU'S exam prep. Thank you.